When Kohrra came in 2023, it cleared a lot of fog and showed us Punjab in a new light, dipped in shades of realism. As the much acclaimed series next season, second season, is ready to be streamed on Netflix on 11th February. Uh, can we expect deeper shadows and harder questions? To answer all our queries, we have with us Gunjit Chopra, co-creator and co-writer of the show. Thank you, Gunjit, for sparing your valuable time.
Thank you, Monica, again for having me.
Uh, so whenever we talk of the second season, there is the words that are often used. It's going to be more intense, darker. Therefore, the stakes are going to be higher. Canvas is going to be bigger. Do these words? I mean, do you relate to these words? This description of a new season?
I mean, it feels good. I mean, at least people are talking about that. Means like the first season did touch them a bit. Or I mean, that's why there is a talk about the second season. But it's better. I hope it's more mature. I hope it. I mean, it satisfies the audience that really like the first season, and we have really tried hard to match up or try to do a better job or like cover everything that we really wanted to say. So yeah, let's hope so.
But of course, you're saying that people liked it a bit, people liked it a lot, and critics, which are hard to please, liked it immensely. So, did you ever, while writing the second season, was there any weight of expectations? Because the first season came like a breath of fresh air, nobody expected anything, and everybody loved it. But now there are expectations for sure.
Yeah, that's the first time for me because my first show Patalok, when it came out in during COVID. So there wasn't enough promotions, and for obvious reasons, and even Kohrra was kind of a it became a dark horse. So there were no expectations. But yeah, this time, I mean, I can feel a little, but while writing, no. If you kind of succumb to that pressure, then you will never be able to write, or you'll write with that thing in mind that, okay, I'm writing a second season of a successful show. And then you won't be able to do justice to it.
So, what was the seed for the show sown, the second season sown while you were still with Kohrra, the first part?
No, we had no plans. We never thought of it. In fact, we
Mm.
started thinking about it later. I mean, once we finished shooting and we were almost done with it, then we were, because Netflix were very keen on the second season, and so we started thinking about, okay, where can we go with this one? What can we say more about this one? So yeah, I mean, that's something that
Mm.
was on our mind then, and then took some decisions which kind of made this season a little different from what we did earlier. So yeah, in terms of casting, characters, how we want to go about it, or we if we have something to say, something to say. So yeah.
So, how different is it? What can we really expect from Kohrra 2? Is it still going to be a police procedural and a human drama?
Yes, human drama, yes. I mean, I hope you forget about that it's a murder mystery. I hope people forget about the mystery part or the thriller part, or I hope people stop and halfway through the show they stop thinking about who the killer is, and they just enjoy the process and they enjoy the human drama. And that's what we wanted to do with this show in the first season also. So that's one thing that is kind of continuing. I mean, because we have so many procedurals all over the world, how can we
Yeah.
make this one a little different from the earlier one? Of course, because there is Punjab, it has its culture, it has its own issues, it has its own color. So of course it's different from other procedures, but still it's like in the spirit or in the heart of it, it's still a human drama which we all wanted to do.
And Sudeep has said in an interview somewhere that it will still have the NRI angle. So why is that so important to you as a writer?
I mean, it's not important to me as a writer. It's just that story came to us like that. And NRIs, I mean, if there is any state in Punjab which has a lot of NRIs, is Punjab. And which has, I mean, people have been going abroad for more than 100 years now. I mean, Komagata Maru happened some 120 years ago or something. So people have been going to the coast, or to Shanghai, or to Japan, or to Singapore, or to Malaysia, and then to the west coast, especially to California, Seattle, and Vancouver, for more than 100 years. So Punjab now has NRI culture embedded in their DNA also, because so most of the Doaba is not in India. I mean, if you see, a lot of those villages are devoid of young people, because they all went out in search of a better life. I mean, in search of a better life, in search of money, in search of opportunities, which maybe uh, weren't there. I mean, because Punjab is mainly a land of agriculture. So that's why maybe the NRI angle, and you always think about it. I mean, if you really see, most of your stars, singers, actors, no,
Yeah, they're all there. Yeah.
they don't even live here. So why not? I mean, if you really see, Punjabis are the only communities which are everywhere. I mean, I mean, you can point to any direction in this world, and you will find Punjabis working there or living there. Yeah.
Mm. So what you're saying is there is no real Punjab without that NRI dimension.
I mean, there is a real Punjab, but I'm saying it's embedded in there. It's embedded in there. I mean, embedded. Why I would say? I mean, if you see the Gadar party, if you see the Gadri Babe, if you say Bhagat Singh's uncle Ajit Singh, they all went out. I mean, they of course wanted to create more. Awareness about what's happening in India. But that's. I mean, your revolutions are also happening outside. So it's not that only people are going there. So I'm saying it's kind of a subculture in Punjab now. Most of your stores are okay, America return, okay, Canadian store or whatever. I mean, lot of, like, most of the cars have a Canadian flag on it, or a UK flag.
Yeah.
So
Trucks, tractors also. Yes.
yeah, they have a big market there also. So yeah, I mean, they are really integral part of Punjab now.
Yeah. And so, since you uttered the word casting already, I'll come straight to the point. I mean, we all loved Suvinder Vicky. In the first season, he became a breakout star thanks to Kohrra. And why isn't he part of the show anymore?
No, no,
Our grounds. Mm.
yeah, we all love him. I mean, he was
Mm.
fabulous in the first season. The problem is never the actor. It's that we kind of juiced that story. We kind of told that story already, and the story around his character. It's more about his character than Sundar Paji. It's about Balbi's character. We had Balbi's daughter's track was kind of ended, his love track, his past, his wife's track, the whole case, that kind of ended. So we thought maybe, and the other cop, and Gadundi's story was still there. It was still lingering in the air. I mean, he got married, but he still had a past to deal with. He didn't deal with all his demons, to so to say. So yeah, but then we thought that why not get a woman cop, and especially in a space like Punjab, where we can explore how a woman cop would operate, or deal with that kind. I mean, issues in that kind of land, which is very feudal, or maybe sometimes can be patriarchal. So yeah,
All the time patriarchal, not. Yeah, but last time we spoke, you spoke about how women really don't have so much of a voice in Punjab, and is that why you thought of this with female protagonist, and Mona Singh plays the major part here?
there is a yes and a no. The only thing is that women are like Punjabi women are very feisty and very strong. If you really see, even in the agriculture setup, they work a lot. They work a lot. It's just that the art sometimes is more or less told from a man's point of view. The less female writers, less female voices to who are writing or expressing, and there have been a few. I mean, from Amrita Shergill to Amrita Pritam to Veena Verma, and but we thought that maybe it'll be just nice to have this point of view of this land. And while I was researching for the first season, I met a lot of women cops, and that really got me interested into their characters, and and their personal life, and how cops are always, they are also human, and what they're dealing with is what we all deal with. Thought it'll be interesting to see how it'll be to have a protagonist who's a middle-aged woman dealing with her own issues and still trying to solve a case, and how will this world look at her.
Yeah, but all the three writers of this show are men, right?
Yeah.
Look at this women character. And
I mean, I hope you've done justice to it. We've got one more person who's been who's a creative supervisor, Polomi, who's been with us for 6 years now, and and I think it's about a story. It's not. I think we've put our heart and soul into this, and we've done like a lot of research on it, and we really wanted to tell this story. And of course, but we had like a lot of women on our crew also. I mean, not to like, I'm not saying just to mention it, but I'm saying that it's a story that we wanted to tell. I mean, if we just stop ourselves from telling a story, okay, we are men and we are telling a women's story. I mean, makes doesn't make a lot of sense that we should or we should not. I mean, it's
yeah,
we are storytellers. We should tell a lot of stories which we want to. I mean, I mean that's true that there are less of women voices in Punjab, and in the film industry. There should be more. But yeah, this is the story that we wanted to tell. But I guess we have enough close friends, women who read the show before we started shooting it, or we before we jumped out to shooting it.
mm. But writers generally live through their characters. So which character do you think is closest to you, or you see a reflection of yourself in that particular character?
I mean, they all are close to me, but I mostly live with Punjab, so that's I think my main because I love the land, I love the state, and I have so much love, and sometimes I'm also kind of annoyed that that is such a beautiful, such a beautiful culture, religion, land, and still we get to see a lot of crime, and then a lot of problems with that land, a lot of people, especially from farming to women problem to crime, so that whole Punjab actually was the inspiration. But there are a lot of characters. I mean, of course, even in the first season, Balbir and Kadundi, they came out from people that I met in Punjab. Even I tried to keep the names the same.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because Badundi is a village, so I have a very close friend from there. So I just thought that why not name this character after him? But we could not name him Badundi, so we changed it to Gudundi. Uh,
Mm.
so all these characters are, I mean, especially their subtracts and stories which stay in your subconscious, and you really want to tell them. And sometimes while writing, you don't feel that okay, that was kind of living with me, and I've been wanting to tell this subtract in a script. But they all are in a way. I mean, this one's a little more. I hope. I mean, a little more mature than the earlier season. I still love the first season, but yes, since we've just done this, most of the characters they grow with you as you grow with while you're writing, because writing is a long process. It took us almost a year to complete this, so they all stay with you very much through and through, you know. Yeah.
But since you're saying that you are with Punjab, but has your how much has writing Kohrra changed you as a person, and if your understanding of Punjab has changed while researching and writing for it?
I mean, yes, it does change you. In the sense, I was also trying to make sense of Punjab. I was also trying to make sense of myself and how much I feel for the state. That's what you do, and you do it little by little while you're growing, while you're writing, while you're shooting. So you might not feel it, but you. I mean, sometimes I would like read a newspaper and see like there's so much crime happening. And you would like, why this state? I mean, especially lately in the last few years, if you see Punjab has grown, like I've done a lot of research on drugs, I've done a lot of research on crime. I mean, the way it's kind of, it was brewing up, but right now it's actually reached its pinnacle, I guess, in terms of crime and how much gun culture we have, you know. So I mean, the more I write about it, the more I think about it, the more I love Punjab because it's my ancestral land also. Although my forefathers came from the west side of Punjab, it's still the same. And I still love the state, and I really think that we should tell more stories about Punjab and maybe change the perception, or maybe tell more stories to have to make people know more about the state, uh, and not just one aspect that has been there for decades.
How often have you been asked this? Punjab and Punjabis are all about Chardi Kala. That spirit of Punjab. Har hal ch khush. And yet there is a thread of melancholy that runs through Kohrra. So have you been asked this, why portray Punjab in that kind of light?
Yes, that that Chardigal also backfires sometimes, but not all the time. But it is. I mean, that's how these we are. I mean, that's why maybe we kind of go overboard also with some of the things like drugs, like gun culture. We are so open to things. We are so open to jumping onto things. I always think that a Punjabi, given a choice, he would be equally interested in trying a new drug and equally interested in fighting for the nation at the border. I mean, we are just very open-hearted in that sense, uh, and uh, uh, and Punjab has seen so much bloodshed. If we were not these kind of people, if the DNA wasn't, or the gurus hadn't given us the Chardi Kala kind of attitude, we wouldn't have survived. I mean, Punjab has seen so many battles, so many movements, Naxal Bari, militancy, then drug, which in the next couple of decades we'll talk about all these things in the same breath, and then we'll see how much we've lost in the last 50 years. No other state has seen so much bloodshed in the last starting from partition. If you see partition, Punjabi Suba movement, and then we have a green revolution, which kind of changed Punjab in a way, and we have Naxalbari, which we lost our greatest of minds, and then we have the militancy, which where we lost most of the younger generation. So if we didn't have this attitude, I don't think we would have survived in that way. But still, I mean, we see so many problems with Punjab. Is still, if you go there, people are still smiling and they're still welcoming and they still, of course, there are problems with that state, but there are problems with every state. It's just that Punjab happened to be on the border and has some extra problems
Yeah.
the other states. So yeah.
Yeah, and I'm talking of casting. I mean, choosing Mona Singh, who's really out there right now. When Kohrra came, the actors. Varun Sobti, of course, has a television innings,
Yeah.
but mostly they came. As I said before, also they came like a breath of fresh air. But Mona Singh, we are seeing a lot of her lately. So, why did you guys zero down upon her?
I mean, firstly, when she's just a fabulous actor, and we were also thrilled to have her. That okay, I mean, she is a Punjabi and she speaks Punjabi decently well, but she hasn't done this kind of a role where she's talking in Punjabi. So I had a great time, working with her, and we were all thrilled that okay, let's see what she brings to Dhanwan, and she has. I mean, now we can't even imagine anybody else playing that character, and of course, I mean it's great that she's doing so much work. I mean, It's
Mm.
it's just the times we live in where she has like a very commercial film like Border coming out, and then she has
Yeah.
a film which Amir has produced coming out. Then she has Kohrra at the same time. It tells you about first her acting chops and how diverse she can be, and how diverse cinema is trying to be in the country right now.
Yeah.
So
But now, can we say that Sudeep Sharma, who's directing these series along with another director, is your mentor?
yeah, yeah, of course. I mean, I've worked with him for years. I mean,
Uh,
I was even I was aiding. I was an assistant. Some of the films he has written. So yeah, he's my school of cinema.
yeah. So my question is now he's the director and you are the creator. So who has the last word?
No, he will always have the last word. Let me just put that on record. I mean, yeah, he was of course a showrunner, and he's directing, which is a plus point. Also, it's not that the we ever had issues with other directors. I mean, in the first season, everybody had a ball, and how it came out was great. But him jumping into direction is also a plus point, and maybe he felt the need to do so, that every artist he or she comes to a point where they think, okay, I have more to express. Okay, maybe I can direct. And that was actually great, because there is then it becomes amazing, because he's a showrunner. He knows the script inside out with us. He has worked on it with us, and it just becomes like a very core group, which is, and we had all of our HODs from earlier shows who
Mm.
also have we've worked closely with. So it was great. I mean, there wasn't a change for me or anybody else.
And is the series still set in Malwa? Ritsi? Or
No, this one's a Maja one. I mean,
okay.
because it's close to the border, and right now I can't reveal the
Mm.
a lot of things about it. But once you see it, you'll know what I mean. When I say that, okay, there is another substantial reason why we tried to set it in, and we shot around Amritsar, Gurdaspur, and the border area. When we were trying to go that way
Mm.
this time. Yeah.
But last time also you said that you don't set out to show any issues. Issues are just integral. It's the story that is most important. But still, is there one particular issue that you hope lingers on with the audiences? Is there anything in particular that you would like the focus to be at, or maybe a conversation point for people?
There will be a lot of conversation, but that's not the point of storytelling or the narrative. There will be. I'm sure. I'm telling you, there will be. But maybe a real takeaway from this is the how the human relationships work. How you'll see love has been portrayed in this. That I would. I mean, the that's the main focus of the story. The focus, of course, the issues come from the land. If you're trying to be very real, and if you're really trying to tell a story about a land, the issues will come. The good things will come, the bad things will come. But what we had to really focus on is the storytelling, and how can we make the story, more interesting, and more pleasing. But yes, I mean, will there be uh, issues highlighted in this? Yes, on the journey of the show. Yes, and you'll know what I mean once you see it. So yeah.
Yeah, but the show got an overwhelming response. By and large, I have yet to read a review which kind of was negative. But if there was any criticism of the show, and if you have made any change, and if that stayed with you, and you have factored that in.
Uh, in the sense, I see the problem with us or the writers or the creators are we still see problems in your you only see problems in your show when you watch it. I mean, I
Mm.
still see, okay, in the trailer, okay, yeah, this dialogue, maybe he or she could have said it in a better way. When as artists you only see problems. But yes, I mean, we wanted to tell a different story this time. It's not about criticism. You only I mean, if you really start caring about criticism, you won't be able to create or make or be in peace. So
Mm.
I think this is a very different story it hardly has anything to do with the first season. So I think it'll have its own good points, and it'll have its own problems. I mean, I hope there are lesser problems, and the better moments in the show that people love. But yes, I mean, nothing that people said that stayed with us. You only see once, because it's been 2.5, 3 years, and we shot that 3 years ago, 3 or 3.5 years ago. So 3 years ago. So yeah, I mean, you kind of evolve as a person. Your storytelling kind of evolves, or you maybe what you're trying to say is kind of start. It keeps evolving. So I think that's what one should focus about. That what you want to tell, rather than the criticism that stayed with me. That means, I mean, it's not a software that I say, okay, last I don't know, Windows version had these issues, so we could make you, I mean, your own blood, as we all screw up. So yeah.
But how challenging is it really to put together a second season? And what would that challenge be? Is it freshness or is it consistency?
A freshness for sure, especially in a police procedural, or in a show where I mean, it starts as a whodunit. So there are kind of tropes. There is a certain kind of storytelling that we all are used to, and it is not from now. You've got, I mean, Korean, Japanese literature, Scandinavian literature, which had the whodunits, the serial killers, and the cops and the detectives. Looking for the killer. That, I mean, just to make those tropes look better. that's the that's basically the what you're trying to do, and not fall into the, even if you're using a trope, you should know that, okay, it doesn't feel like one. And especially if you're placing it in somewhere around North India or Punjab, you get more scope to do a comedy. You get more scope to have colorful characters, and people are very out there. So I mean, it's just fun actually to have a series which is based in Punjab. So yeah, more or less, yes.
For the first season, you said that the germ of the idea came from a Korean movie, right? So, and this time, has it? I mean, has its origin somewhere else in some other literary text or anything?
It's not in the literary text actually. It came from something, I mean, something I can't even reveal this story. I mean, it's just
Mm.
a very small thing that we started discussing, and it became a whole show. I mean, it's actually Punjab. I mean, it's very rooted. If we really see,
So, the is the trigger. Are you?
it is totally. I mean, this. I mean, it's not that this story cannot be told anywhere else. It can be, and the same issue that what I'm talking about, you'll see. I mean, there'll be a lot of issues that.
What is the issue? Can we know?
No, I mean,
Once.
not. No, it's just how. I mean, a lot of things that we are talking about: love, loss, migrants, and all these things. Punjab has migrants, and somewhere else, Punjabis are migrants, and capitalism, and how migrants are used even elsewhere. We all feel that. I mean, capitalism gives us a lot of problems and greed, and how uh, uh, I mean, you'll see once a story will start unfolding. You'll see.
So are you saying it's about love and loss in a way?
It is. I mean, I think the audience will still stay with the personal stories, like Gadundi's personal story, and how that evolves with his family, or Mona's Danwant. I mean, I'm calling her Danwant because it's Tanwant, if you really say in Punjabi, but that's her story. Actually, is also very heartbreaking, and how that character deals with her past and her present. I mean, that should stay with people. It's more about the human story, and the love and the loss, and dealing with your past, dealing with your trauma. That those are the feelings that I want people to to kind of stay with.
But what do you hope? What are you hoping that really lingers? What is it? The personal stories you saying? What do you? what do you want the audiences to finally take away?
I mean,
And
a lot of feelings and a lot of love. I mean, love and loss. I mean, love comes at its own cost. Even last time we had like Bukowski said that love is a dog from hell, and we had,
yeah,
and
mm,
I think
mm,
this one has a maybe a little more mature idea about how chained love is, and how you can really unchain is I mean, it's upon you how you can really unchain yourself and your loved ones, and then look at life differently. So yes, I mean, it is about complicated love, but I think in the end, I mean, I hope people will see a bright light at the end of the tunnel, I guess.
mhm. But you also said that it's also about good things about Punjab. So one good thing about Punjab that we are likely to see.
No, I mean, just the people and how people are. I mean, Dhanwant is from in my mind, in our all our creators, Sudeep, Diggy, and me. I mean, she's representing Punjab. Gaduli is representing Punjab. So there are the Punjab police, which is trying to be good, which is trying to do good work, trying to make peace, deal with a lot of issues that we deal with, or the people are dealing with. So you'll see a lot of good things. I mean,
Well,
see a lot of good things. Yeah.
but you also said that people get tired of comedy. Do you think people are now getting tired of crime as a genre because we are having too much of it?
Yeah, there is a yes and a no here, because I mean, people aren't getting tired of comedy. It's the same kind of comedy.
Mhm.
People not get tired of crime. Maybe they'll get tired of the same kind of crime. That might be an issue. So yeah, I mean, I'm sure Punjabi films and our films, Indian cinema in general, will dive into diverse genres and and topics. Crime will always be there, especially in the TV um format, or the web
What do
format.
you-
It'll be there. It's been there for 50 years. I mean, you see all the crime shows we still love,
Yeah.
and all the classics. I mean, The Wire, I don't know, Sopranos, then Breaking Bads of the world and all that. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm sure we can do shows like that too.
But as a writer, why do you think crime ticks so much?
I don't know. Maybe it's the genre or the idea of crime that we can't do, but we can feel it. I mean,
Yeah.
something that we can understand, but we cannot do because of our own. Because yeah, I mean, because of our own understanding of human nature. I mean, you do understand why the person is doing it, but you of course won't do it. But it is thrilling, and crime also. I mean, of course, crime begets crime, but sometimes it comes out of love, sometimes comes out of greed, sometimes it comes out of family feud. So crime is also of different kinds. It can be a mental crime, it can be a physical crime.
Yeah, but as a writer, what prompts you to turn to these stories? Why are you tempted to write like Mr. Ram Raghavan once said, that I put all my strange ideas on screen because I can't, I'm not going to go and murder someone. So is it that?
Sometimes yes, and also there's so much crime happening. I mean, if you
Okay.
really pick up a newspaper, you want newspaper, just like you can pick up any newspaper in Punjab right now, anywhere in North India, you'll just see crime. I mean, uh, I'm not saying that we should make it because,
Left
but it's
for neighboring state Haryana also.
totally in Delhi also. I mean, there's a lot of crime, and you can see a lot of things through crime. I mean, I'm not saying crime is good or you watch crime. You're just using it as a tool to tell a story. I mean, it's just a filter to tell a story, and not like glamorizing guns
Or sensationalizing it. Or
not at all. Not at all. That's not what we are trying to do at all.
so what you're saying is that crime is just a lens to look at society.
Yes, and I mean, it gives you like more scope for the characters to go from bad to worse, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It tells you
But
it's real life. Yeah, it's not, sometimes slice of life is amazing, but I'm saying it's the other side of the slice of life.
yeah,
The other slice
but
of
You're talking of diversity of content in Punjab or Punjab's entertainment scene. We said that Kohrra is going to be a game changer. It might spawn, a new kind of direction. But do you think any change? Do you sense any change in the Punjabi entertainment industry or in the content that is about Punjab? Thanks to Kohrra, it was supposedly a game changer.
I hope so. I'm not saying the Punjabi industry. I'm sure they have their own issue. I mean, they should need a bigger industry. It's not that old. It's a young cinema, and earlier the stories were about NRIs coming here and trying to see Punjab from their eyes. Now things are changing, new things are happening, and I'm sure new filmmakers, we need new voices. And once we have the budgets, and once we have like good producers, I mean, there are good things coming out of Punjab. Jaggi was very good. It's just that we just need to give them, more freedom, more voice, more money, and I'm sure all the filmmakers don't want to. Sometimes they don't want to do the same film or same kind of film all over again. The business model should make sense. Earlier we had parallel cinema because NFDC was there and government was funding a lot of cinema, and this is all private money, and sometimes you do look at it as a business model if it works. And I hope OTT supports a lot of new voices in Punjab, and we have like a something diverse and new. I'm sure new voices will come from whatever we are seeing. I'm sure there are a lot of new voices which we'll see in the next few years for sure.
But with so many Punjabis there in Bollywood itself, do you think they should, take some part of the responsibility of
Probably.
of giving a fillip to Punjabi? I mean, of course, Karan Johar is known for putting Punjab, a different kind of Punjab, onto center stage.
I mean, it depends on the person also. It depends on the artist what he or she is trying to express. I'm sure there will be more stories which are coming from the heartland or people who've lived their life. I mean, be it Yash Chopra, Karan Johar, they've lived most of their life in Bombay. So their idea of Punjab would be, you can't blame them. The idea of Punjab would be very different. The idea of Punjab would be what their grandmother or their father must have told them. So it actually it boils down to people who are from Punjab and who've seen Punjab closely, who would come up with new ideas and who would come up with new stories, and they should. I mean, people who have problems with the state. I mean, and if you are really annoyed with the state, sometimes the idea comes and you're like, okay, this is the issue, and I really want to address this. And some of the stories will come out of that, and some of the stories will come out from sheer love for the state, and we should see both.
But what would be your advice to these young voices? You're talking of Jaggi. If you were to give any advice to Anmol Sidhu, of course, he's won a lot of awards, but
Yeah.
I'm sure he's going through his struggles as well. He's made.
Yeah, we all.
What would be your advice to young voices?
I know, just keep writing, keep expressing, and that's what we can do. I mean, that's a great film that he has made. I'm sure he has more in his kitty, and he'll come out with a lot of more art and cinema, and we'll see new voices, and we should keep writing and not think about what's working, what's not working.
So, what would you say you're in a position to help young talent, or you are still finding your way yourself?
I mean, I wish I am, and there are a lot of people who are kind of, trying to help new voices, and we all should try to create more opportunities, and we all will get our chance. I just hope so, especially in films. I'm sure there is a space for every kind of filmmaker, and I'm sure soon we'll have Punjabi audience or the NRI audience looking for more. Why not? Why just make one kind of cinema? And it's just that because Punjabi music industry is doing so well. Why can't Punjabi film industry do well? I'm sure it'll mature in some time, and we'll have producers who are trying to tell different stories. And there have been attempts, but it's just that they haven't worked. So the directors and the producers also kind of, you know, stay away from it if something doesn't work. So maybe OTT could be another option, because here you don't have the pressure of Friday, Saturday, Sunday collections, or how much your film has done or how much your show has done. So I'm sure there will be better days.
But is there no pressure at all on OTT? I'm sure there is some kind of pressure.
There is a lot of pressure, but I'm saying at least the film pressure is not there. The collection process
Press.
pressure is not there.
Okay.
Yeah, the box office pressure of, okay, how will your film do on a Friday or a Saturday or a Sunday? I think you kind of OTT is devoid of those pressures, but it has its own pressures. And also OTT is also kind of, Netflix is completing almost 10 years here, so they will, they are also maturing, and they're also looking at newer kind of cinema, something that makes sense as a business model also. But I think Punjab, because I think Punjabi music industry has done so well, and it has gathered so much money
Yeah.
and fame around. So I'm sure we are not Punjabi music movie scene will not be behind. They should catch up, and we should make uh, more movies which are different from the other films, and there have been efforts, and I'm sure producers, makers, audience will kind of, mature soon, and they will be open to watching a lot of. It's not that Punjabis are not watching world cinema. Everyone's watching a Breaking Bad. Everyone's watching a Narcos. It's just that you need a couple of, a couple of shows, a couple of movies which kind of break out, or jump abroad and do well.
So Kohrra was really known for, I mean, like, really came in for full some praise for its music as well. And can we expect another beautiful song from Kohrra season 2? And what if you can say a line or two?
No, I mean, there is music. It's a different kind of season, so different kind of music. I mean, first one had we had Wazir's music, who's from Amritsar, and he's a fabulous musician. I think the story kind of, needed the that kind of music and that kind of feel. This was a little different, so you'll hear a little different kind of songs. We've used couple of folk singers. We've used a couple of already released songs. So you'll see a diverse music in this one also, and it is you'll see.
Any one particular song that we should be rooting for?
I mean, soon you'll see. Soon you'll see.
Soon.
I mean, of course, I mean there are moments for music, and we've used good music in those moments, and I hope it'll work, and it'll work as much as the first season.
And apart from Mona Singh and Barun Sabti, any actor we should be really looking out for?
There are many actually. There is Pooja Pamra. She's done Ran Vijay. Ran Vijay has done a fabulous job. There is a new kid, Prarak Mehta. He was there in Black Warrant. Rana Ranbir is there, who has done tons of Punjabi films, and he does a lot of theater. He is there. He's done a very, very good job. Anurag Arora is there. He's done a very good job. There's another actor, Mandeep, who's from Punjab. She's done. I mean, there will be revelations. We've used very diverse kind of actors. Yeah, like,
Okay.
yeah.
And anyone from Punjab itself, I mean, any unknown actor we should be looking out for?
Even last time we had a lot of theater actors. In this time, we also have picked up. I mean, Nikita, our casting director, has done a lot of casting from Punjab. Balwinder Bullet, he's a fabulous actor, and he's a poet his reels are very famous on Instagram. He does a lot of poetry. He's from Patiala Theatre. He's done a very good job, and you'll see Rana Ranbir in a very different role, because you've seen him mostly doing those comedies, and he's done like,
That's right.
yeah. But in this one, he's very different. I had a ball working with them.
But if you can say it in Punjabi, कि पंजाब दे लोग कोरा 2 क्यों देखण?
Uh, ਪੰਜਾਬ ਦੇ ਲੋਕੀ ਕੋਹਰਾ ਆਈ ਮੀਨ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਲੱਗਣਾ ਕਿ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੀ ਕਹਾਣੀ ਹੈ, ਮੈਨੂੰ ਲੱਗਦਾ ਕਿਤੇ ਨਾ ਕਿਤੇ ਟੱਚ ਕਰਨੀ ਚਾਹੀਦੀ ਹੈ। ਆਈ ਮੀਨ ਇਹ ਮਤਲਬ ਇਹੀ ਸੋਚ ਕੇ ਅਸੀਂ ਇਹ ਬਣਾਈ ਆ। ਤੇ ਮੇਰਾ ਪਿਆਰ ਵੀ ਹੈ ਪੰਜਾਬ ਲਈ, ਤੇ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਜੋ ਕਈ ਵਾਰੀ ਲੱਗਦਾ ਕਿ ਇੱਥੇ ਦੀਆਂ ਸਟੋਰੀਆਂ ਨਹੀਂ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਕਹਿ ਸਕਦੇ, ਐਂਡ ਇਫ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਚਾਂਸ ਮਿਲਿਆ ਇੱਦਾਂ ਦੀ ਕੋਈ ਕਹਾਣੀ ਕਹਿਣ ਦਾ ਇੰਨੇ ਵੱਡੇ ਪੱਧਰ ਤੇ ਅਸੀਂ ਕੋਸ਼ਿਸ਼ ਤਾਂ ਕੀਤੀ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਇੱਕ ਕਹਾਣੀ ਦੱਸੀ ਜਾਏ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਮੂਵ ਵੀ ਕਰੇਗੀ, ਰੁਲਾਏਗੀ ਵੀ, ਤੇ ਮੇਬੀ ਥੋੜਾ ਹਸਾਏਗੀ ਵੀ। ਤੇ ਆਈ ਥਿੰਕ ਫॉर ਇਫ ਯੂ ਜੇ ਜਿਨ੍ਹਾਂ ਨੇ ਵੀ ਪਹਿਲਾ ਭਾਗ ਦੇਖਿਆ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਜੇ ਪਸੰਦ ਆਇਆ ਤਾਂ ਆਈ ਥਿੰਕ this one will be I hope this one is as good as the first one.
ਤੇ ਪਿਆਰ ਵੀ ਹੈ ਤੇ ਥੋੜਾ ਜਿਹਾ ਦਰਦ ਵੀ ਹੈ, ਹੈ
दर्द तो काफी है.
ਦਰਦ ਤੇ ਕਾਫੀ ਹੈ ਤੇ ਦਰਦ ਤੋਂ। ਐਂਡ ਸੋ ਫਾਈਨਲ ਕੁਐਸਚਨ, what about your documentary on Chamkila? Are we going to have you started work on it? Where does it stand as of now? Yeah, and what is your take on the film on Chamkila? By
Actually, I haven't seen the film. I've only heard good things about it. But my documentary is still lying in the hard drives because I've been working on it for so many years. But then I got really busy with writing. But I do have a couple of documentaries that I'm now planning to kind of put out. They are about Punjab. So maybe soon. Yeah.
what are the subjects apart from Chamkila?
Music, mostly music. The other one's also, yeah, also about a dying about a dying musician and singer who recently passed away also, and he's not at all known. So that was the most interesting part about him, that he has written so many songs. And there's a small singer called Parwana, Chatar Singh Parwana. I did some work on him, so I would like to put it out. But the only thing is that I've got really busy with writing and these shows, so I didn't get time to make sense of it. But maybe yes, this year, maybe yes.
Yeah. And Kohrra 3 would be in the offing.
I don't know. I mean, let's hope. Let's hope we find another dead body. And
But as you said, these are easy to find.
no, but yes, I mean, I hope so. Let's see. I mean, we don't know right now. I mean, right now, we have no idea. We just excited about this one and see how this goes, and maybe we'll decide later.
And any regrets on not being associated with Patal Lok season 2?
No. I mean, it's still our show. Everyone like who is attached with the show is friend of mine, or my mentor is Sudeep Show. Abhishek Banerjee, who's another writer, is a very good friend. Other two writers also I know. So it's always the good work should come out. Whether I'm part of it or no, it doesn't matter. As long as this industry is churning out good stuff, why not? So because while they were writing this Kohrra Patal Lok 2, I was working on Kohrra 1 with Diggy. So it is kind of parallel, and I'm glad both the shows have done well. It's all, I mean, I feel equally elated for Patal Lok.
And planning to switch genres in near future?
I hope so. I hope so. There'll be less blood and and
Less blood and more what?
I don't know, maybe more life. I mean, that's something that or drama. I mean, drama is something very interesting, something which is. I mean, I hope I'm doing something different, but yeah, let's see.
With Kohrra 2 also you are hoping that you're doing something different?
Of course, I mean it's just the genre is the same. You can't fix it because it's also the actually it's the same genre. We've told one story. We're telling the second season. We can't just shift genres like that. It's still a dead body. There's still a police procedure. There's still a whodunit. But it's just that the issues have changed, the feelings have changed, the characters have changed, and that's good enough for a writer to be excited about.
And but it's going to be as gripping as the first.
I hope so.
It-
I
Yeah.
I hope so.
Yeah. Also, okay, we are very hopeful about this show. I'm sure it will be as compelling as the first season. Thank you so much, Gunjit, for your time and pleasure, and looking forward to Kohrra 2 for sure. Thank you.
Thanks a lot.